It is Sunday, the 7th of June, 2026. We're looking at Venus and Jupiter just off to the left. I can see Venus with my naked eye, no problem. And now that I look more closely, I can also just make out Jupiter to the left with my unaided eye. And I have to say my eyesight's not great. So someone with better eyesight can probably see this without much difficulty. I have a bit of a short-sightedness and a bit of astigmatism, so Venus is basically, there's a bright point, but it's sort of like almost a double image, and yeah, now I'm getting a double image. I'm getting cross-eyed. But it's sort of like astigmatism around it, like starry pattern. Jupiter, as I said, I can see, but not like it is here. Now this is underexposed, by the way, compared to the sky. Maybe I'll boost the ISO. We're currently at 400 ISO at f9, 30th of a second. I can see that they're moving across the screen to the right as they descend. So I think what I will do is I will make some adjustments here. So first I'm going to just shift a little. So there we go. That'll give them some room. Then I'll go up to 800 ISO. See, already I didn't even have to necessarily go that far. But that gives us Venus on the right, Jupiter on the left, very close together, but not as close together as they will be tomorrow night. Tomorrow night they will be that much closer, and the night after they will also be quite close, maybe not quite as close as tomorrow night, and then they will be drawing apart, you know, with Venus moving higher than Jupiter and Jupiter descending. So I'm just debating zooming out a bit here. We're at 600. This is as powerful a focal length as this lens can do, and you don't want to go farther than this anyway. If anything, you want a bit more space. I'm going to go out to 500. So this is 500 millimeters. So you know, you got a bit more space around them. Again, I'm going to shift a little to the right as they descend. Now, Mercury's out there somewhere too, but lower on the horizon, and the sky's still quite bright. So I don't think we will be able to see Mercury just yet. But later, when it gets darker, we may well be able to see Mercury as well. And then up to the right, obviously not visible right now, excuse me, are Castor and Pollux. So those are the stars from Gemini, constellation Gemini. So again, technical details, Sigma 150 to 600 millimeter contemporary zoom, set to f9 for optimum sharpness and optical quality and so on, 30th of a second, ISO 800, and we're currently at 500 millimeters. I will zoom into 600. So that's 600. Not a huge difference, really. Really doesn't make a massive difference. I'm gonna lower the angle a bit so that the planets are more close to the top of the frame. And yeah, so again, not the most exciting video, just 2 points of light in the sky. But we don't get these conjunctions, you know, all that often. And up until now, I've been doing videos of them, you know, quite high in the sky, but with, you know, urban landscape, you know. So this is the first time I've actually just zoomed in on them, you know, with a telephoto lens. So again, this is 600. I think 500 gives a bit more space. So we're going to go back out to 500. I'm going to go to 400 just so you can see what it looks like. You know, like if you had a 400 millimeter lens, this is what you would get. So this is 400 millimeters. Again, quite nice. You know, you get a bit of space around everything. Let's go out to 300. That's one of the things about zoom lenses. You can just change the focal length, you know, like spinning a dial. So yeah, that's 300. So we have 200. Okay, 250. I'm just going to go through the focal lengths as they are marked on the zoom lens here. So this is 250th. I should say 250. Little Freudian slip there, mixing shutter speeds with f-stops. I mean, see, focal length. I'm a little tired, a little sleep deprived. So yeah, let's come back out to 200. So that's 200. And this is 150. Oh no, sorry, that was 180. I actually have a very nice 180 Nikkor lens. They made a 180 2.8 Nikkor, very, very good lens, very sharp. And I have actually two of them, one manual focus, one autofocus. So that's what a 180 would get us, which is actually quite nice, especially if you could have them juxtaposed with buildings. But like I said, they're quite high in the sky there. They're about a full hand span above the horizon right now. Like if you splay out your hand with your thumb on the horizon and your pinky pointing up, they're actually higher than that. They're so yeah, it'll be a while before they get down, and of course when they get down lower it will be darker. The sky I can now see is getting darker, a bit blue. It was a bit more sort of washed out earlier, so I'm gonna go, like, we're just messing around here, you know, we're just doing some instructive stuff, if anything. So that's 150 millimeters. So not that powerful. Again, 180. It's nice that it's actually marked on the zoom. This is 200. This is 250. There are some 250 millimeter focal length lenses, but they're not that common. Sometimes the long end of a zoom will be 250. 300. You know, 300, it looks pretty good. Just going to adjust things here, give them space again to move down through the frame as they set. So 300 gives us quite a nice image, and excuse me, I'm gonna yawn. Let me know if that caused you to yawn, if you're watching this far. Just the video might cause you to yawn anyway. I mean, I might be causing myself to yawn when it gets right down to it. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to just center this a little. So we're at 300. We're going to go out to 400. I really do like this zoom, I have to say. It's quite good, and I got it for a very reasonable price. I mean, it wasn't dirt cheap, but let's say it was under $700 for this thing. So I'm happy with that. Should I, let's see here. Oh, aircraft, okay, but it's not going to come through the frame. So anyway, as I was saying earlier, and certainly now, Venus and Jupiter are clearly visible to the unaided eye, even if you don't have particularly good eyesight like mine. As I said, I'm somewhat short-sighted, especially in the right eye. If I close my left eye and look only with my right eye, Venus turns into this starburst, and I can't see Jupiter at all. As I said, it's quite short-sighted. If I focus on or look at the end of the lens, it's nice and sharp. But out there, Venus, it's like it's almost like a fireworks, you know, explosion kind of look to it. Now with my left eye, it's quite a bit better, and I can actually see Jupiter. But even with my left eye, it's sort of like a mini explosion. You know, there's sort of a bright part off to the left, but it's just like an explosion almost. But I can see both of them, and then together they managed to correct things quite well, and it's basically sharper when I look at them together with both eyes. So let's come back here. And we're going to open up a bit now, or just increase the shutter speed. 1600. So that's a little bit close to what I'm actually seeing. It's still a little underexposed, but not by much. It's actually very close to what I'm seeing. So again, Venus on the right, Jupiter on, oh, bird went through. Not quite sure what kind. Looks like some kind of insect-eating bird. But I'm not sure what bird specifically, but it's not a seagull. I'm quite sure it's not a seagull. As I said, some kind of bird that flies around eating insects. So, we've been yammering on here for a while. I don't know if it's even worthwhile taking stills or trying to take stills. I might give it a shot. No pun intended. But I might not either. The nice thing with shooting video is it's stable. You know, like there's no shutter vibration, there's no mirror slap, and so on and so forth. You know, once you've got the thing going, and you're not touching the camera at all, it's pretty stable. So basically get quite a sharp image, even sharper than if I tried a still. And by the way, this is 1080p. So it's not 4K, and personally I find 1080p to be quite adequate, like especially when you consider that, you know, once it gets uploaded to YouTube or shown on a big screen, it gets compressed anyway. It gets heavily compressed, so honestly.
Qu'est-ce que c'est tout? Je peux voir? Là je vois pas trop, c'est quoi? La Lune?
Ça c'est Venus et ça c'est Jupiter.
No way.
Ouais.
For real?
Yeah, they're very close. It's a conjunction.
Like the two?
Tomorrow they'll be the closest. And the day after they'll be also quite close. They've been getting closer and closer.
It's like the closest like you can do?
I'm at
Kinda.
400. I can actually go more powerful. You want to see a bit closer?
Yeah.
But it's not a huge.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's 600 millimeters. That's a power. And if I go any further,
Venus?
then you're not going to see both of them.
Where's Venus?
Venus is the one on the right.
And Jupiter is
On the left, yeah. And you don't mind having your voice on YouTube, eh?
No, for real. That looks like pretty close.
Yeah. No, it is. That's why I'm here, because you don't see this all the time.
What's the job?
I'm retired.
But like, that's good. Like, what the fuck? You're
I
so
used to be a
passionate. What the fuck?
professional photographer.
I love it. What do you like photographing?
Well, I do this kind of thing.
Okay.
Normally, I like to get with the buildings, you know, like if possible, but they're too high right now.
Okay.
But I call it urban astrophotography.
Yeah.
So I try to get the buildings with what's happening in the sky.
Oh, that's so cool.
If you look for a hashtag urban astrophotography, you'll find
Do you like an account like in Instagram?
I actually have a Instagram, but I don't use it. I know Facebook. I know it's terrible, but
Yeah, but like,
I have a Twitter account too.
but like that's good. That's good. That sounds
Well,
good.
it's
Like,
called the Nazi account.
but like, what the heck? Like you're like photographer, like doing all your
yeah, I do a lot of stuff. I have a YouTube. Like this is going to be on YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah,
Fuck?
because it's video.
What's your name?
Robin
Maybe-
Edgar. And if you go now, you'll even see some earlier.
Robert what?
Edgar. Robin, like Robin Hood.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, like R-O-B-I-N.
Yeah.
And Edgar, E-D-G-A-R. Just gonna adjust this a little. Whoops, there goes my battery. Okay, that was all. I'm gonna open up a bit. So we're back at the 2,500 ISO. This is very, very close to what I'm seeing.
That's cool. Like where are you from?
Here.
Quebec?
Okay.
Mais tu parles français?
Pas français.
Ah, un peu.
Non, pas mal.
Et pourquoi tu parles pas français alors? Pourquoi tu parles pas français initialement? Tu parles français alors? T'es québécois. Viens là. What the heck?
On parle franglais. Ici à Montréal, on parle franglais.
Oui, mais là, tes parents ils étaient anglais et tout? Tes parents ils parlent anglais?
Je suis anglophone.
Et d'où?
Je suis né à Vancouver.
Vancouver, ok.
Mais j'ai agrandi à Montréal.
Mais depuis quand?
depuis 1961.
Ah mais là ça fait un moment que t'es là alors. Pourquoi tu parles en français alors?
Je parle français.
Oui mais parle en premier français.
Non, pas en français.
On est au
Je
Québec.
suis anglophone.
Attends, je prends une photo.
C'est une tête carrée.
Cool. Love it. Love it. That's cool. Thank you. Have a good one. Take care.
So yeah, every now and then I have nice encounters with passers-by who want to know what I'm up to, so I tell them. We had a cute little discussion about language priorities in Quebec. So anyhow, yes, we got 4 minutes. I think I'm just going to let this go to the 20 minutes of full recording time. So we're at 500. Let's come back into 600. This is the most powerful, and there's no point getting any closer because then you're just not going to see both planets, you know, like you don't want them right at the edge of the frame. So this is quite good. I'm just going to go a little bit further to the right here. There we go. And I'm going to pull back to 500 again because I think 500's actually better than 600 in terms of just having a bit of space around the two planets on either side. So like I said, conjunction of Venus and Jupiter. It is June 7th. The closest conjunction is tomorrow night, and to some extent the night after. They're about the same distance apart. What time is it? 9:22. So not even an hour after sunset, we're getting some nice images. As I said, unfortunately, they're very high in the sky. So there's really, you know, if I put on a lens that would allow me to see the horizon and everything and the planets, it would be quite a wide angle lens. They'd be, you know, much smaller. I did a lot of that in the last few nights with some interesting, you know, Montreal landmarks and so on. But we're gonna see what we can do. I think actually if I was smart, I would hop on the metro and I would go to Notre Dame de Boscourt Chapel because they're high enough that I could probably get them above the Statue of Mary if I was relatively close to the statue, you know, in the old port. I might actually do that because there's not much I can do here in terms of, oh, I forgot, yeah. Right behind me is Alexander Calder's Man 3 discs, and I like to do stuff with that, so I should actually shut up and go and try and get a bit of a juxtaposition with Alexander Calder's Man 3 discs. So turn on the backpack. I guess I'll probably have to change the battery. So we only got a minute 32 seconds left. So yeah, we're gonna let this run out to full 20 minutes of recording time, and then we're gonna try and find a position where we get a piece of Alexander Calder's Man 3 discs with this conjunction. Because even this, you know, this is quite a good conjunction. I mean, it's been quite good for the last little while, but it's not as close as they will get. They are going to get a little bit closer. Just going to shift a bit. You know, as they descend, they do track to the right. And I don't have a tracking mount. I don't particularly need or want one for this particular use. It's really not that necessary. I'm going to have to boost the ISO a bit. I just want to bring it to, again, this is actually what I'm seeing on the screen. I would say the sky is even slightly lighter than what I'm seeing, but this camera has a tendency to show things brighter than they actually are on the actual video. So this is very, very close to what I'm seeing with the unaided eye in terms of brightness. That's it for now. June 7th.